MP in MP Materials stands for Mountain Pass, after its Mountain Pass mine? Nah, it's gotta stand for Magic Political Materials. That makes much more sense, given the gigantic role rare earth elements have come to dominate in geopolitics over the past year, especially as MP begins a joint venture with the U.S. Department of War and Saudi Arabian mining company, Ma'aden, to develop a rare earth refinery in Saudi Arabia, a move aimed at strengthening and diversifying global supply chains for critical minerals. The agreement follows a newly signed U.S.-Saudi strategic framework focused on securing critical supply chains and enhancing economic and national security for the United States and its allies. Under the structure of the joint venture, MP Materials and the U.S. Department of War will together hold a targeted 49% equity stake, while Ma'aden will retain at least 51% ownership. Importantly, the U.S. government will provide full, non-recourse financing for the American share of the investment, making the project capital light for MP. MP's contribution will center on its technical expertise in rare earth separation and refining, along with its global sourcing and marketing capabilities. The planned facility will process rare earth feedstock sourced from Saudi Arabia as well as other global regions. It will produce separated light and heavy rare earth oxides, which are essential inputs for advanced manufacturing and defense applications. Output is intended to support both U.S. and Saudi industrial and defense needs, with additional volumes marketed to allied nations, further reducing reliance on China-dominated supply chains. CEO James Litinsky described the partnership as a project of major strategic importance, emphasizing its potential to fundamentally strengthen and diversify global rare earth supply. Ma'aden's CEO Bob Wiltz highlighted strong backing from Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Energy and Ministry of Industry and Mineral Resources, underscoring the kingdom's commitment to becoming a key player in critical minerals. The announcement builds on MP Materials' July 2025 public-private partnership with the U.S. government and complements more than $1 billion in ongoing U.S. investments in domestic refining, heavy rare earth separation, and magnet manufacturing, expected to create over 1,000 jobs. In the broader context, U.S. and Saudi officials highlighted a surge in bilateral investment and strategic cooperation during a high-profile business forum in Washington, held alongside Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's first U.S. visit since 2018. Saudi Arabia pledged to raise its planned U.S. investment from $600 billion to $1 trillion, with President Donald Trump publicly pressing for an even higher $1.5 trillion commitment, though no timeline was provided. At the forum, the two leaders applauded $270 billion in new agreements, underscoring deepening ties in AI, energy, defense, and critical materials. Key deals included Saudi-backed AI firm Humane's planned purchase of 600,000 NVIDIA AI chips and a partnership with Elon Musk's xAI to develop large-scale data centers in Saudi Arabia, including a 500-megawatt facility. Saudi Aramco separately signed 17 memoranda of understanding with major U.S. companies, carrying potential value exceeding $30 billion. The event drew top executives from companies including NVIDIA, Chevron, Qualcomm, Google, Boeing, and Pfizer, reflecting broad corporate interest in Saudi-U.S. collaboration. The forum took place against a backdrop of intensifying global competition over AI and energy, increasingly viewed as the core drivers of geopolitical power. Since AI's growth is constrained by access to chips and electricity, governments are prompted to pursue industrial policies like the CHIPS Act and strategic investments in semiconductors, energy infrastructure, and critical minerals. While Saudi Arabia's ambitious investment pledges face fiscal pressures at home, its vast energy resources position it as a key partner in powering the next phase of AI and industrial expansion. For MP Materials, its strategy to capitalize on these conditions will prioritize long-term supply chain security and vertical integration over near-term revenue optimization. For 2026, MP expects commercial magnet production revenue to scale meaningfully. Longer term, it's targeting 10,000 metric tons of annual magnet capacity. A key pillar of the outlook is the Department of Defense-backed price protection agreement, which guarantees a $110 per kilogram floor price for neodymium and praseodymium beginning October 1st, providing improved earnings visibility and downside protection in a volatile pricing environment. CEO Jim Litinsky framed MP's strategy within a broader geopolitical context, describing a new Cold War centered on control of critical supply chains. He expressed strong confidence in long-term demand, particularly from EVs, AI, infrastructure, defense, and advanced manufacturing, and argued that few global projects outside MP are economically viable at scale. In addition to government support, MP's expanding magnet manufacturing strategy is supported by companies like Apple. MP currently produces 3,000 tons of NdPr oxide at Mountain Pass and plans to double output to 6,000 tons, supporting downstream production of approximately 5,000 tons of magnets. Magnet capacity at the Independence facility will expand from 1,000 to 3,000 tons, aided by Apple collaboration, while the new 10X facility adds 7,000 tons, bringing total magnet capacity to 10,000 tons. Capital expenditure for the new facility is estimated at $1.25 billion. Financially, MP Materials reported a strong balance sheet with nearly $2 billion in cash following DoD transactions, with the DoD now its largest shareholder, helping to dwarf its $1 billion in debt, leaving MP net cash positive and fully funded for several years. MP is also advancing its heavy rare earth strategy. A new separation circuit at Mountain Pass is targeted for mid-2026, with plans to produce 200 tons of dysprosium and terbium annually, critical inputs for high-performance magnets. With the potential to recover up to 40% of manufacturing losses and improve yields. Looking ahead, MP emphasizes long-term growth drivers beyond autos, including AI, robotics, and data centers, noting that automotive demand accounts for less than 1/3 of total magnet demand. With a 30-year mine life and a strategy focused on securing a Western supply chain, MP keeps reinforcing its position as the only fully integrated rare earth producer in the Western world, spanning mining, separation, and magnet manufacturing. Then, although technical execution and market volatility remain challenges, MP expects its vertically integrated model and partnerships with GM, Apple, and the Department of War/Department of Defense to drive substantial growth in its magnet business over the next 5 years. Now, as we witness the fruits of MP's efforts towards 2031, remember, for more on stocks and crypto, follow Ascencore. See you next time.